I'm trying to set this up. 1 second. Waiting for this other screen to pop up. This is this on? Check, check. Looks like there's a lag. All right, my fault. I'm live in like three different streaming on three different platforms. So what's going on, y'all? Quick live talking about where rates are at, where rates are headed. If you're a first-time home buyer, definitely check this out. Send this to your realtor if you're a realtor. Like, hit me up. Love to work together to get your buyers into homes. So Kenneth, mortgage loan originator out here in Texas, Georgia, Florida, California, and Louisiana. I think that's where we're licensed at as well. HK Lending, NMLS 209-6068. Hit me up. So as I said, quick update on where rates are at, where the market is headed. So I'm going to share some information from Mortgage News Daily, as well as talk about CoreLogic's U.S. price insights for the month of March. That's going to show you where where the market is, where the market is headed, to help you make an informed decision if you're looking to get into the market, if you're looking to buy a home. So if that is you, definitely leave a thumbs up or something in the comments. Let me know so that way we can reach out and help you achieve your goals of home ownership. All right. So Mortgage News Daily. I'm gonna share my screen. As I mentioned, I'm live on a few different platforms. This is my first time using this, so we might have a few kinks to work out. But as with everything, there's gonna be some growing pains, but we're gonna become pros at this very, very soon. All right. So Mortgage News Daily. Let's see how we can add this. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right, 30-year fix. So where rates are at. This is from March 7th. There will be an update tomorrow. I can share that with y'all as well. You gotta check out my stories. This will be up there. But Mortgage News Daily basically provides average 30-year fixed rates from several different surveys. So Mortgage News Daily, Freddie Mac, Mortgage Bankers Association, FHFA, Fannie Mae. And one thing you have to keep in mind when you're looking at where rates are at, right? So this is based on the few companies that I mentioned. But another thing to keep in mind is that this is for people with extremely good credit, as well as people who are putting down 20%. So when you're looking at rates, that's just something to keep in mind. All right. But average for a 30-year fix is 6.79. If we check out, and you can go to Mortgage News Daily, mortgagenewsdaily.com, and kind of check this out. I'm going to change this because just so you can see, kind of get an average of where your payment would be if you were to be one of those people putting down 20%. So, and this is based off of kind of where rates, the homes are at across the U.S. So 6.79 30-year fix, 15-year payment is going to be higher, just because you're shortening the amortization, so the length of time that you're paying back the loan. Jumbo loans, we also do those. That's anything $1 over where the I'm looking at the other screen, but you're right here. So that's $1 over the conventional loan limits. This is adjustable rate mortgages, FHA, VA, FHA, and VA generally about going to be the same. Same. Again, this is not including. So estimated principal and interest is not included, property taxes, things of that nature. But this is kind of giving you where your payments would be at. All right. U.S. home price insights. As I mentioned, we'd be reviewing this. So when it comes to where the market is, if you have not heard of CoreLogic's, this is definitely a good site to check out. Also check out Redfin. I know you see some of my tabs open. I have Redfin open, Wall Street Journal. These are just a few of the publications and economists that I check out to gather insight and to help me be a better originator, as well as to provide information to my clients. All right. So the economists from CoreLogic anticipate further price deceleration in 2025, although recent improvements in mortgage rates may spur home buying this spring. So I can tell you from my personal experience, just being out in the market, being hosting open houses with realtors, that I have seen an uptick in activity, an uptick in traffic. more applications have been coming in. So like definitely if you are a first-time home buyer, again, it's based on like your individual finances. You can listen to other people, and I'll go back to that Mortgage News Daily article like page shortly, because I want to show you like where rates were at in September, or where they were at over the winter, and where they're at now, because rates have been declining recently. But again, it doesn't matter like where rates were lower, as I said, in September. But if you didn't make a move, doesn't matter, right? It's all about like getting into the market when it's a great time for you, right? So national home price growth is flat on a monthly basis. Annual home price growth is tracking just above inflation. Florida and Arizona top the charts for markets where the risk of price decline is very high. So again, check out this article on CoreLogic. I'm not gonna read through everything with y'all. Y'all can go to CoreLogic's intelligence, or just CoreLogic.com, and just like go to Market Insights. But March 2025 national home price growth. This is a month over month, so 0.4 year over year. All right. Affordability meter, national median home price, 375,000. What you need to make in order to be able to qualify for that home. All right, and this also depends on the loan amount, because with different loan programs, you have a different back end ratio. So the amount of debt that you can carry. I would never suggest somebody like going to the top end of that, just because you don't want to be house poor, you don't want to be eating cat food, like PB&J and all of that, living off of that. Ain't nothing wrong with PB&J. I'm actually bulking, and that's one of my go-tos. So big up the people who eat PB&J. Like that's it's a great meal. Nothing against that. But all in still, like when it comes to buying a home, getting into a home, you want to be smart with your purchase, right? And like not put yourself in a bind to where you're living like paycheck to paycheck, which many people in the US are. Like we in another live, I'll talk about where we're at as far as the country, and where the debt is at, and like how much debt we're carrying. But US home price growth 3.3 from January 24 to 2025 home price forecast. So they're expecting prices to go up, increase by 3.6%. Home price remains largely flat in the US as we come out of the winter. So generally, when it comes to like something that you'll see in real estate is that seasonality, right? When you're in the winter time, when we're in the winter, a lot less home buying, just because you have the holidays. In many parts of the country is cold, so that prevents people from like getting out and shopping, or getting out and doing a lot of different things. Even though the Northeast, I mentioned it being cold in certain parts of the country, Northeast continues to buck the overall national trends, remaining unbothered by slower job growth, elevated interest rates, and ongoing affordability concerns. All right. So when it comes to 10 hottest markets, Syracuse, New York. I'm from New York. I'm from New York City. So this is upstate. Bridgeport, Connecticut. Tri-State is doing their thing as the market, as they said above. Rochester, New York. New Haven, Connecticut. Newark, New Jersey. Hartford, Connecticut. Northeast is on fire, according to this. All right. So October to January, 7.3 New York City, 7.3 year over year. All right. And then the 10 coolest markets. So you're going to see a lot of Florida in here, and a lot of Texas. I'm down here, actually, like I'm out here in Austin right now. But like Fort Myers, Florida, is down, Sarasota, San Francisco, Fort Worth, like just outside of Dallas, Winter Haven, Tampa, Daytona, Dallas. So these are the 10 coolest markets according to CoreLogic. Which areas are affordable? So I believe they do have the least affordable areas as well, right? So tracking the top 5 highest and lowest U.S. median sales prices. So this is what you can expect to pay for a home, or somewhere around here, if you're in these areas, or if you're looking to move. Again, job growth is a big indicator of why people move. If you work from home, or you you're remote, then it doesn't really matter. You can live anywhere, right? Me personally, nothing against Johnstown, PA, or Altoona, PA. Altoona, PA. I'd rather go like live on a beach if I could work from home. But again, affordability, right? So let's look at the least affordable. Jesus, San Jose, California, 1.3. San Francisco, 1.3. Anaheim 1.1, San Rafael, and Napa Valley or Napa. So a lot of this is California. California is one of the more expensive markets in the country, but like still there are still options. Don't let that stop you. Actually, I was hosting an open house last weekend, and the couple that came in was from San Jose, and they had moved out here to Austin because of the affordability. Like when you're coming from, that's why a lot of people don't. A lot of people here feel that people from out of town are coming in, like raising up the prices. If you own a home in San Jose, California, and you sell that home, you can literally buy a home cash here, or not just here, but a lot of different parts of the country, right? But just because you cannot buy a home or you don't want to buy a home cash doesn't mean you don't have options. That's where like we come in. That's where we can help. All right. So markets to watch. This is like a lagging indicator. So this, even though this article was published like 3 days ago, 4 days ago, these are lagging indicators. All right. So this is looking back. So these are markets with very high risk, 70% probability of price decline. I'm also going to share some other information because just because they posted this does not mean the property values are going to decline. Tampa's a really hot market. Like Tampa's a really great market. West Palm as well. I know, like I started my real estate, Phoenix, Arizona as well. Phoenix, Arizona for a lot of real estate investors, a lot of people from snowbirds. So people from out of the country, Canadians, people from like the Northeast, buying a lot of these locations, right? Just because affordability, one, as well as like the amazing weather. So definitely, if you're going to purchase, just make sure you get in when it is right for you. All right. And then this is like some information from their chief economist. You can check this out, Selma Hep. All right. Check that out whenever you have a moment. And definitely be smart when you're buying. So when it comes to some other things I wanted to talk about, we already mentioned 30-year fixed, like prices. I'm sorry, rates are down slightly. I'll provide another update tomorrow, but right now, or Friday, I should say, they were at 6.79. So dip, what this means is lower monthly payments. Will rates drop further? We'll have to wait and see. Inventory. So as I mentioned, I'm in San Antonio. But Central Texas inventory is rising. So inventory is actually rising in not only like Austin, San Antonio, but in Houston, Dallas, and like a few other places as well. Atlanta, like the Metro Atlanta area, that's some place where I do a lot of business as well. So when inventory rises, again, that means like you have a lot more options as a home buyer. So more homes to choose from. Waiting too long, will that impact you? Like we'll see. I had two clients recently who put offers in on home, and for various reasons, like that, again, their own personal decision. One inspection came back, there was something wrong with the property, so they're still out there like looking and searching, but there are a lot of options out here, as this says. So Texas, quick breakdown: Central Texas, Austin, more listings, as I mentioned, more options for buyers, steady price growth. That's good for long-term investments if you're moving here from out of town. All right, Houston and Dallas. Houston, rising inventory. Shout out to my home buyer who's closing on Tuesday. Like it's a great investment. He's actually buying his second property. Homes are sitting for longer in Dallas, so which gives you like more option, more rooms to negotiate. So when you're buying a home, a lot of times this is a discussion I have when it comes to realtors and them making offers or negotiating for sellers concessions. So first, when it comes to the loan type, there are different amounts that you can get as far as the seller concessions. FHA loans, you can get 6%, up to 6% back. For VA, up to 4% back. For conventional, you can get up to 9% back, but that is dependent upon how much you are putting down. In most instances, you're going to like be looking for 3% back. So that means basically, when I say a percentage back, you're getting 3%. They can pay that amount of your closing costs. So that's a great option. Like the longer a property has been sitting on the market, the more willing they will be to negotiate with you, right? Just because Like nobody wants to be paying that mortgage month over month and not being in the property, or they'll have to move and go find another property. So there's a lot of different reasons. All right. So should you wait? Should you like jump in now? Again, lower rates equals more affordable monthly payments. The longer houses, more houses on the market, more homes on the market means less competition. We are heading into the spring. Hopefully traffic picks up, or it's been looking like traffic has been picking up. Home values do tend to go up over time. So like now is a great time to like lock in your equity. Let me go back to the screen so y'all can see like where rates were at in September. So let me see 1 second. Share my screen. How do I pick a screen? I'll do that another time because I don't feel like I don't feel like going through that right now. But I'm looking right now and it says September rates were at like a 6.11, right? 6.11, 6.17, somewhere around there, low sixes, which seems like to be the low for the last year. All right, rates right now 6.75. Again, if you they like, there's a popular saying, they'll say like date the rate, marry the house. You can always like refinance should rates go down. But again, property values tend to rise over time. So if you're waiting, are you waiting because you don't have the down payment or you need to improve credit? We can help with both of those. All right. So there are down payment assistance programs. There are also grants that can help you get into a home. When it comes to the credit that is required, the lowest credit score you can have and like be qualified without having to put down any additional funds would be a 580. If you have lower than a 580, FHA goes down to 500. VA is very flexible as far as like credit and DTI requirements. But like generally 580 is what you need. That's a down payment assistance program as well. I recently had one of my clients who was approved for to buy a home, and they had like a 587, right? So if you've been turned down for a bank, you want a second opinion, again, and you're in like either California, Florida, Georgia, Texas, or Louisiana, then definitely hit me up, and I'll see. Or yeah, I'm bugging. Again, this is I have my banners. I have my banners that's supposed to be going across, and I didn't have it on, and we almost at the end of this live. But definitely, my information is flashing across the bottom of the screen. Kenneth at H&K Lending. If you have any questions, credit repair, that is also something that we assist with. So if you have like a challenge or bruised credit, even if you had a recent bankruptcy, like you can still get approved for a home. We just have to work on that and tell you what you need to do. So definitely, if you have any questions regarding any of that, hit me up. All right. So again, we're going to be doing these lives more frequently. If this helped, like and follow for more home buying tips. If you're a buyer and you want to start the process today, DM me buyer, or you can send me an email at that email address that is flashing across the screen, Kenneth at H&K Lending. Kenneth at HNKLending.com. And if you're planning to buy in 2025, whether it's like the beginning of the year, which we're already in March, this year is flying, or towards the end of the year and you want to fix up your credit, or you're waiting, and you have questions still, definitely hit me. All right. So y'all have a great night, and I'll see y'all later.